Hello, my name is Christina Irick. I am from Nashville, Tennessee. I'm currently a security operations center manager. My journey as a cybersecurity professional began in the United States military. I was communications for over 10 years, and part of communicating is being secure, and it's always been part of something I've been very passionate about. Going forward, I was a network engineer for over 10 years, and I got to a point in my career where I had to make a decision on where I went forward. And so for me, it was where was my passion? Where did my passion lie? And it always came back to cybersecurity. So that's how my journey got started. I decided to study and find a cert that would help me to determine if this is where I wanted to be. And that's where this began. I started studying for the EC Council Certified Ethical Hacker to see if this is something that really sparked my interest, and it really lit a flame in me. And so this is how it began. I studied for the cert. I did some training, and this is where it began. The CEH program caught my attention because it was challenging. It hit a lot of different areas. It taught you to think like a hacker. You had to learn several different technologies and have understanding of different technologies. And so I was challenged, coming from the that core understanding and that core knowledge around network engineering. It expanded my knowledge. It gave me an opportunity to study something outside of my area of expertise. And so it was really interesting to take the time and learn about the different aspects of cybersecurity. For me, it was great. I really enjoyed that challenge, and it was a challenge to wrap my head around something new. CEH benefited my career by giving me, again, that spark that lit that fire for me. It also helped me within my previous organization show that I had expertise in cybersecurity, especially when looking at potential compromise, and it looked at risk, and looking at our business processes from a different lens. And so it led me to work with leadership to develop a cybersecurity program for the business, which was it was a challenge, but it was well worth the challenge. It also led me to pursue my master's degree in cybersecurity. And so it helped to, again, push me to continue to pursue education. And in that education, I also pursued another EC Council certification with the forensics investigator cert. So it really just helped me to move ahead and take on more opportunities. So I moved from an engineering role into management, and then from management, from a more of an infrastructure management to specifically security, which what I'm doing now is security operations, which has been very rewarding, very fulfilling, and very challenging. So really helped me be bold enough to take that step forward out of my comfort zone. I look for candidates that have ethical hacker, that having obtained the cert myself, and I can continue to work towards and help facilitate the development of the cert over time. I participate, with EC Council through other opportunities to help continue to mold the certification to be appropriately challenging with the challenges we face in this field. I look for candidates that pursue it because I understand the challenges of that. For me, it's one of those certifications that gets you in the mindset of being in this field from a tactical perspective. How do we think? How does a threat actor think? How do they perceive things? What is risk? How do we view that? It really just opens up a candidate, and it shows that they have a certain level of aptitude for the field. So for me, I'm always looking for candidates that have that, and I always challenge my team members to look at it as an option because of the what you gain from it. Oh, definitely. CEH helped me to get into a place where, number one, I knew what I wanted to do. Number two, it in my organization, it presented me as a subject matter expert on cybersecurity for that particular arena, the ethical hacking, thinking outside of the box and thinking like a threat actor thinks. And so for me, it presented a great opportunity to present leadership and visibility into how we function, right? And what things we should be considering. And it helped me to really work towards building that incident response team and what things we should be considering into an IT security management role. So yes, it really helped to catapult me out of network engineering into cybersecurity. The CEH certification impacted me by opening my eyes to more than just my little realm of security. So, I did a lot of firewall work. I did a lot of, routing, switching, things in the network engineering realm. And even though I came from this military background, even though I came from this, security minded background, putting it in practice in a corporate environment is completely different. And so it just shifted my mentality a little bit, because for me, coming from that military background, it's kind of ingrained in what you do to day to day. And that's not necessarily the case for most businesses. And so it really helped me to view things in a cyber mindset, right? Looking at things strategically, tactically, looking at things from the lens of potential threat actor and what can we do to protect ourselves. And so that's the one thing I do love about it. It really shifts your focus, especially when you're getting in the field. Not only is obtaining the cert showing you that you have a certain skill set, but it also shifts your mentality around trying to think like a hacker. So, but the white hat, not the black hat. I have definitely been involved with, organizations like Girls Who Code, and I shared some of the things that I've experienced through, taking the certs and what opportunities it's opened up for me. For me, it's always teaching and sharing and giving back. A lot of opportunities with EC Council to give back in the actual cert itself, but any opportunity I get to share what I've learned from this particular certification, I take that chance. My favorite part of the CEH program was really, I'm a very studious person, so I like digesting information. And for me, it was looking at things through different lenses, instead of having this kind of singular view. That was my favorite part, was, really kind of digging deeper into the actual certain understanding, the different methodologies and the different mindsets and the different tools. That the tools are interesting too. That would be my favorite part, is just really breaking down that information and getting a chance to digest it, because that's just who I am. That's how I am. I do. For me, I would not be where I am today had I not been bold enough to go after my ethical hacker and then my next EC Council cert. So keep challenging that next generation, keep doing what you're doing, keep developing, the certification to bring you to get that foundation for the next generation of cybersecurity professionals. And I'm excited to see what's to come.